Good morning, my dear students. Let me continue the lesson Nutrition and Health. This is Unit 21. Food adulteration. Adulteration is defined as the addition or subtraction of any substance to or from food so that the natural composition and the quality of food substance is affected. Adulterant is any material which is used for the purpose of adulteration. Some of the common adulterated food are milk and milk products, cereals, pulses, coffee powder, tea powder, turmeric powder, saffron, confectionery means sweets, non-alcoholic beverages, spices, edible oils, meat, poultry products, etc. See, in many of the food items, adulteration is happening, that is any new substance is added or sometimes it is removed from the food. This is what we say, it is adulteration. If a food is adulterated, normal nutrition level will not be staying in the adulterated food. So adulteration is really bad for our health. So in this lesson we are going to see how the food is adulterated and how it could be found. Here, three types of adulterants are there: natural adulterants, incidental or unintentionally added adulterants. The third type is intentionally added adulterants. So, let us see one after the other. First, natural adulterants. Natural adulterants are those chemicals or organic compounds that are naturally present in the food. For example, take apple. See, apple contains a seed which has got prussic acid naturally in it. Not only apple, cherry. So these kind of fruits contain seeds which are poisonous in nature. This is not added intentionally. It is naturally present in the fruit. What acid is present in the apple? Uh, Seed of the apple, prussic acid. So this prussic acid which is present in seed, if it is taken in large quantity, definitely it is poisonous to our health. Likewise, mushrooms are there. So in mushroom, edible as well as poisonous mushrooms are available. So always bright colored mushrooms are poisonous in nature. These are naturally present in these food items. It is not added by the human. Since it is present naturally, it is coming under natural adulterants. Likewise, marine toxins are the chemicals and bacteria that can contaminate certain type of seafood. Eating the seafood may result in foodborne illness. That is, the seafood may look, smell and taste normal, but toxin will be present. This marine toxin poisoning occurs most often in the summer season only. The next, incidental or unintentionally adulterants. These type of adulterants are added unknowingly due to the ignorance or carelessness during the food handling and packaging. This happens unknowingly, not purposefully. Example, pesticide residues. So the pesticides will be sprayed over the crops. So this is actually added for killing the pest only, but sometimes it may harm the fruit or food items. And next, droppings of the rodents, insects, this rodent bites and larvae in food during the storage may happen. Not only that, the microbial contamination due to the presence of pathogens like Escherichia coli, Salmonella in fruits, vegetables, ready to eat meat products as well as poultry products are happening. So these are all pesticide residues or droppings of the rodents or microbial contamination or occurring unintentionally. So that is because of carelessness it may happen. So these are all coming under unintentional added adulterants. So first we saw natural adulterant which is naturally present in the food items. Second we saw incidental or unintentionally added adulterants. And next type, intentionally added adulterants. These adulterants are added intentionally for financial gain. Listen carefully. This is added intentionally by the human for gaining more profit and have serious impact on the health of the consumers. These type of adulterants include additives and preservatives like vinegar, citric acid, sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is nothing but baking soda. Hydrogen peroxide in milk, modified food starch, food flavors, synthetic preservatives and artificial sweeteners. Chemicals like calcium carbide is added to ripen the bananas and mangoes, and use of non-certified food colors are also possible. So this non-certified food colors containing chemicals like metallic lead and are used to give colors to the vegetables like green leafy vegetables, bitter gourd or green peas, etc. These colors are added to give a fresh look to vegetables, but we may not know it. And next, edible synthetic wax like shellac or carnauba wax is coated on the fruit, especially for apple or pear, to give shining appearance. See, nowadays the apples what we are getting are shiny in nature. This is nothing bad, it is coated with wax. Why it is done so? Sorry, why it is done so? It is only for the purpose of attracting the public. So always listen children, always while eating listen to your stomach, not to your eyes. So instead of preferring the shiny apples, you can prefer normal apples which are not waxy coated, so that you may maintain your health in normal condition. The next, health effects of adulterated food. So if you intake the adulterated food, what may happen? It leads to various diseases like fever, diarrhea, nausea. Nausea is what giddiness, feels like vomiting. And then gastrointestinal disorder, that is problem in the abdomen, stomach. And then asthma, allergy, neurological disorder, that is nervous disorder, skin allergies, immune suppression, that is immunity level reduces, kidney and liver failure, colon cancer and even birth defects. So these are the health effects if adulterated food is taken. Then food quality control. In 1954, the Indian government enacted the food law known as Preservation of Food Adulteration Act and Preventing of Food Adulteration Rules in 1955, with the objective of ensuring pure and wholesome food to the consumers and protect them from fraudulent trade practices. So our government is taking necessary steps to check the food quality. FCA, Food Corporation of India, was set up in the year 1965 with the following objectives: the effective price support operations for safeguarding the interest of the farmers, distributing food grains throughout the country, maintaining the satisfactory levels of operational and buffer stock of food grains to ensure national security, and regulate the market price to provide food grains to the consumers at reliable price. So this Food Corporation of India takes care of all these, that is price support, effective price support operation. That is how they are helping the farmers. Likewise, distributing the food grains, so that the grains are taken all over the country without any shortage, and also maintaining the satisfactory levels of operational as well as buffer stock of food grains. So here national security is maintained for the food items. Not only that, they regulate the market price, so that the consumers also should get in the normal price value. In the same time, farmers also should not be affected. So in that case, this FCA is taking much care in satisfying the consumers as well as the farmers. The next, food quality control agencies. Indian Standard Institution. This Standard Institution certifies industrial products like electrical appliances like switches, wiring cables, water heater, electronic motor, kitchen appliances. So all these kind of electrical appliances are taken charged by food quality control agencies. So this BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standard, they certify these products. What products? Electrical appliances products. If the electrical appliance is certified by, if it is certified by BIS, it is said to be the product is of good quality. The next, AGMARK. AGMARK is agricultural marketing. So this AGMARK certifies agricultural and livestock products such as cereals, essential oils, pulses, honey, butter, etc. So the food products are certified with agricultural marketing. That is, agricultural products are given. That is, certification is given by AGMARK. If AGMARK seal is there, it denotes that the product is of good quality. Likewise, FPO, what is that? Fruit processing order. That means this kind of certification is given to all the fruit products. Fruit products from the fruit, what all made? For example, juice, jam, sauce, even canned fruits, vegetables, pickles, all these, whatever is prepared from the fruit products, this certification is given. What is that? FPO. So these kind of certifications provide assurance to the products what we are receiving from the market. Okay, so here what all the certifications we saw? Food quality control agencies, that is BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard, is certifying this. This is the symbol, the left side the symbol is given. Okay, then next one, that is, this denotes symbol, this symbol denotes Indian Standard Institution. Okay, then likewise AGMARK seal, this is the AGMARK seal. Then fruit processing order, and then last one, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. These seals, this certification you would have seen in the packed items. This is responsible for protecting and promoting the public health through the regulation and supervision of food safety. See, this is also a kind of certification of this is what this denotes, what? Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. They take responsibility of protecting and promoting the public health through the regulation and supervision of food safety. So in today's class we have discussed about what? Food adulteration, how the food is adulterated. Along with that, we saw the food control agencies. These food control agencies are the standardized mark and they take the role in food safety. Okay, here food control agencies. This is an important 5-mark question. Okay. Thank you, children. Along with this, I will add a video to show how the food is adulterated. A simple test which can be done in your home to check the adulteration. Okay. Thank you, children.
Now for our first experiment, I have taken two samples of honey, okay, and I've marked it as A and B. And also for this simple experiment, you will need a candle and 2 wicks. Now let's take a look at how to find out which one is the real honey and which one is the adulterated honey. So I've lit the candle now. What I'm going to be first doing is I'm taking a wick and I'm dipping it onto sample A. So I hope you are able to see this. I have dipped the wick in sample A. When I show sample A onto the flame, the wick actually burns. Okay. Now I'm going to be dipping the wick onto sample B. So I have dipped the wick in sample B. Now let's burn this and see what happens. So I hope you are able to observe that this wick is actually not burning, okay, but then when I show it onto the flame, it's giving a crackling sound, okay. So now let's move on to the conclusion. So when I showed sample A onto the flame, the sample A burnt. But then when I showed sample B onto the flame, it didn't burn at all. So pure honey, when lit, it burns. But then honey which is adulterated does not burn even when it is lit. Alright, so in this experiment, sample A contains the pure honey and sample B contains the adulterated honey. So what actually I have done to adulterate this is I have added some amount of sugar solution. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this activity. Now let's move on to the next activity. So for activity 2, I've got some coffee powder with me and I've got a clear glass of water with me. So now let's check whether this coffee powder is adulterated or not. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be taking some amount of coffee powder. I'm going to sprinkle this coffee powder onto this glass of water. Okay. So let's see what happens. So how do you identify if it is adulterated or not? So if you watch this closely, some amount of coffee powder is floating on the top of the water surface and the remaining coffee powder is actually settling onto the bottom of the glass. So if it is a pure coffee powder, it will only be floating on the surface of the water and it will not settle down. So when will the coffee powder settle down? If it is adulterated with tamarind powder, then in that situation it will settle down, as you can see here at the bottom of the glass. So for our last activity, I've got two samples of milk with me and I've marked it as A and B. So let's check which sample of milk is pure and which one is adulterated. So I've just taken a plate to complete this experiment. You can take any polished surface which you want. And I have taken a drop of milk from sample A and sample B and I've placed it onto the polished surface. Now let's check which sample is adulterated and which is the pure one. Now I'm going to be leaving the plate in a slanting position. So if you see, the milk which is adulterated will flow down fastly when compared to the milk which is not adulterated. What I've done is I have adulterated sample A using water. So sample B is actually the milk which is not adulterated. I have used pure milk without mixing any amount of water. So sample A is the adulterated milk and sample B is the unadulterated or the pure milk. So I hope you enjoyed the activities. You can also try to do such activities using a lot of various things which you have at home. But then it is always safe to be under your parents' supervision while you're doing all such activities.